Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. Today, we're checking out what Universal Audio calls an ambience companion. Let's get started. Today we're looking at the Del-Verb, the latest in the UA effects pedal lineup from Universal Audio. Now they call this an ambience companion, and that's pretty accurate because it's really sort of a greatest hits of the Starlight delay pedal and the golden reverb pedal. We have three different types of delays on board, we have three different types of reverbs on board, and they're set up in series. So whatever delay you select feeds into whatever reverb you select. Now you can independently turn the two effects on and off, you can mix the two effects independently, and we also have parameter control as well. Let's take a closer look. As I mentioned, we have three different delay types. We've got the Echoplex, we've got a Deluxe Memory Man, and then we have the Universal Audio Precision delay, which is a digital delay. Now the emulations of these have been so deeply researched and so deeply implemented. I mean, they're super accurate. You're getting as close as you could possibly get to one of the original analog units inside this digital pedal. They sound absolutely fantastic and give you a lot of versatility. The three reverbs are a spring reverb from a Fender Deluxe amp, we've got a plate reverb, and we also have a complete bit-for-bit accurate recreation of the algorithm running inside a Lexicon 224. So the three delays sound very different from one another, the three reverbs sound very different from one another, and by mixing and matching those, you can get a ton of different effects before you ever even mess with any of the other controls. Now, of course, we have delay time, we have feedback amount, we've got a mix control for the delay, and when you turn that all the way up, it's actually a dry kill, so you get just the wet signal. We've also got a color control, and what that does changes depending on which of the delays you have selected. The modulation control likewise changes depending on which of the delays you're using. And then we have a mix control for the reverb as well. And again, when you turn that all the way up, you get a dry kill effect where it's just the reverb tail. We have two foot switches at the bottom, and the way these are set up by default is that each one bypasses the individual effects. So delay on the left and reverb on the right. Using the UAFX Control mobile app, you can change the function of those foot switches. So you can set this up so that the left switch is bypassing both of the effects simultaneously and the right switch becomes tap tempo for the delay. The mobile app also allows you to turn trails on and off, so when you bypass, the effect can either keep ringing or can be cut off. You can also do some other things like load in alternate effects voicings and so on. So that app is very useful, and it connects by Bluetooth right to the Del-Verb pedal. But let's check out some of the sounds in the Del-Verb. I'm going to go ahead and bypass the reverb, so we've just got delay. Now right now we're set for the Echoplex, which is a tape echo, and the color control sets the record level going to tape. So if you push that hard, you'll saturate the tape and get some nice overdrive, or distortion actually. The mod control is setting the tape age. With that all the way down, you've got basically a brand new tape. When you turn that all the way up, you have, let's say, a well-worn tape. So let's go back here. We'll set that for a new tape. We're going to set our drive to about 12 o'clock, our color control to about 12 o'clock. Now let's turn the tape age all the way up and hear the difference there. You can hear that we're getting a very different effect with that tape age cranked up there. It's almost like chorusing as well. You get wow flutter, you get some different frequency response anomalies and things. It's a beautiful effect that adds a lot of texture to your delay tails. So let's turn our color control back off. We'll switch to the Deluxe Memory Man. With this emulation selected, the color control becomes our input gain, and the mod control actually becomes modulation. Now when we turn that to the left, we get vibrato. We turn that to the right, we get chorus. So let's start with it straight up, and this will be pretty much a straight ahead Deluxe Memory Man sound. If we roll the mod control to the left, we get a vibrato effect. If we roll that control to the right, we get a chorusing effect. It gets really deep when you turn it all the way up. Our next delay type is precision. Now this is the digital delay that Universal Audio has created. It's a great sounding, very transparent delay. Our color control in this case is giving us basically the delay tone. So as we roll that back, the echoes will get darker. If we roll that up, the echoes will be brighter. Our modulation control gives us flange to the left and chorus to the right. Now let's bypass the delay. We'll engage the reverb. Our first setting is a tube-driven vintage reverb from a Fender Deluxe amplifier. Our second reverb is an EMT 140 plate. Finally, we have a vintage digital delay. This is the Lexicon 224. That's the famous Hall reverb effect from the 224. Now the beautiful thing with the Del-Verb is that we can engage both those effects at the same time. So let's go back to our Deluxe Memory Man and we'll engage the delay. Let's go to our plate. If we switch to the tape delay and we switch to our Hall effect, turn down the reverb a little bit, we'll bring up the delay a little bit, we'll add some drive there, we'll add some nice tape age as well. Switching to the spring reverb gives us a different flavor. Now if we turn up our mix controls, we get complete dry kill. There are so many great ambiances in the Del-Verb. It's a surprising amount of versatility because of those three different delay types and the three different reverb types and the way you can mix and match among all those. When you then take control over all the parameters for the delay as well, you have a lot of sonic colors that are available in this single pedal. It's super versatile and it sounds fantastic. Be sure to check it out. I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater.